Hello. We are all farmers. Just at the end, farmers in a you will move a hodo. That's why, and you may be why you can say you specialize in materials. And then, say, Okatawani, na ye imagine a DB. Mikra balloon, balloon and micrano. Bako mahumu ama mahumu frama ana bako nso no balloon no empty semi ja balloon ni mienu mu na bako aye kura me na mahumu frama no obohu se ebekọ soro because ma chechera no ntim frama de ne bekọ soro but the minhu ye na aye empty no mi gie mu ano beto form adenti ene wo se basa ifri se menu mienu ene ye nyina ye tie no ye nyina ye farmers somewhere or somehow no as a Ghanaian farmer. But the moment now oba be share SOS now be share so ube tie and seven years share in this period now you didn't now this message eboa man to me yes intention as a inframa would share ube alone until the time will come now so first now we obia the same farmer as the same value now the time will come now ubalu no be share say a big picture arise because of the knowledge now why they wanna will share no and tibasa na obi bia no based on the knowledge and at that time no hey that's why we are here. So masters in farming, Ghana youth lead and build legacies. Say wabi shemu ase na eda wase say wabi shemu ase emprempie no ese wase bota ne say ne ekoso Ghana youth agriculture system no and sheda ne yemfa nti ye pese e dey ye pagya ene taking it to the next level no obi biala obeka ho na obeboa me aye no wo so no the knowledge na ye share no wo so betima use no wetima rise it to the next level because we have 2.2 billion and over 2 billion dollars and a day a year reasons here a betimi aboa mo decide say and masters na ye be na ha no ebeboa wana se day emboa. So dear Ghanaian farmer farming in Ghana, please welcome. So no first time so be share video now. Subscribe my na emi notification bell na aso na yentu na momom. Your YouTube channel ho me share your Facebook page ho your WhatsApp community ho join na into na momom. Yebema Mr. Ferguson so akwa. Mr. Ferguson bache mo akwa ba.
Yo Mr. Charles. Mejo so apom to say
Yami adom bibia so boko.
Oh, yami adom bibia boko.
Okay, yami ase. Yo, abusiafo, yen shase ni wia yede asemno ama senior. Masters in farming. Adenti ena na me pese me ne okasafa masters in farming. And I can say just imagine say who hold 2 balloons no. Okay, who is a farmer? Obi bebusa. Yen nyina ye farmers, it's true. But yes, won ko bia fo mu a also ye dey oyokweni. And there's the difference here. And paying for edit to honor or bube de biano. And he said the bay young quantin fom and sunny will say Ukrainian as in Ukrainian. I didn't think delay. You ain't take this information immediately with pen and paper. Na yen shas here say by day ye de bay juma. Okay, Muma yen toaso. Who is a farmer? No, a farmer no obia or your farmer no the yen they say the city. But ye won ye maybe a necessary things be a was ye and sana ye betimi anya sa masters no and masters na kasa no e die ne ye ka masters ya de kura masters no kura die na ye as my point of view and my academic media ma classify as a sacrifice ya a farmer anaso bibia no wo sacrifice your time to do. And say who you teacher, so you headman, who you doctor, be no. You get to the certain point to be a who sacrifice your time. Although who you already a professional there, but who sacrifice your time, say obey day, who be call further, ewo de who yenim, and the opposite yenim. And that thing, you know, any kind of masters. Okay. And the masters, you know, idea, any sacrifice in echo, any willingness. Now, I know the issue one because the ebe ye programming, you know, ube how masters, you know, is it here, and the advantage, any benefit here, they edema war, and say one fan can't near my way, and also so na disadvantage there, any one open also better than no advantage, and also benefit, you know. Now, what you disadvantage, you know, and then you have so many reasons so by day over train, never see video, na we saving ube tie later, but more than so be with pen and paper. And one thing particular thing me pese ene ye kasa fa no say ye can masters na as a sacrifice no and then me di nipa ba mi nse bi yi edi wadanse ye obi to say Dr. Samens coconut farm and as a resort farm no ukwo hwehwe ne kira kwan ubehu de oye nti so kodu no hu de Samens aye with coconut na ye can masters ya obeti ase say ye can de misamenu with ni goat farm na now hwɛ the oil na so far na ye come access ya beti ase see hwɛ the farming in Africa Fred sementia farms ono so na se uhwɛ the way no see ne niema na ye come masters ya obeti ase adenti and ye kasa because the benefit of masters in farming no heavy obetimi aye or normal farmer. But normal farmer no, then when it comes to say we seek asem and say yield na enye obia a problem bio because a wild choice say one person be there obe sacrifice your time now our master the wuyim until I can say balloon so uje balloon ma balloon need to make us if we say the moment no be kosoro no enye maybe wo wa jeje mu. Okay, you were one of the first number one benefit and person kasa fa scalability. Scalability ni chere say wo ye masters na it turn your mind to say de wo ye bia no wo betimi ade ya until say wo betimi do say okay I've reached a level bia me call any money bio but it's not true because share some men's coconut farm na or shall say so coconut just 3 trees and coconut will be could be so. But and now ko hwe de why na what the year or the year fra or the year drinks or the year biscuit or the year resort or the year restaurant or the year so many things. So that's why when you come to scalability in farming na no and say who ye cocoa farmer and I say who ye cashew farmer you can scale just put your farm into scalar. A bit more there is so many aspects of income. And no, the second point I'm say your casa farm resourcefulness. The moment you will choose obey mastering one product and now say one livestock mono. Ubi biana a fa adena we no. O try say obey day. Obey you soon ye. Be bia found biana and they say fan cocoa. Poultry farm way first nanke omo me poultry farm no omo ye poultry farm we na ekuku biri no eno nanka ye adeso a ama wo mo nti na omo tugu okosere se ka ope bra na omo alpha free eni no poultry farm say who say no there's another good in poultry farming ye poultry farming you know omo you know if any biri no nti eno so no aba be ye another thing nti ye ka access resourcefulness na Ubon say enye no nko na okọ poultry farm a obenya you so many things but ubo ho a okọ poultry farm mu a oye focus ya nko a onya ne kosia ne yipe na no ano na layers na the spent layers na wakokoton wrong yen as average and that's why a man unya difference of a farmer and a farmer yanko resourcefulness now Emma ultimately recycle everything in your farm. And when it comes to sustainable agriculture farming and the woman Mr. Ferris the sustainable agriculture you know recyclers you know heavy because so ultimately take something like could be a plantain farming. Plantain farming, pana se what make us open so we plantain farming according to the also ya. The leaves in water body in the leaves in bayamba de umponche, o de bema o unanko, o de bema unkoko, o de bema o dabo, o de bema all types of livestock are obeti my yen or more aka body no. At the same time, body and uchana the trunks no. Aye ni dua body dua na is aye watwa na da ho say no utimi tutum na we de utimi dua vegetables wo in the season bit say dry season no ubetimi aye saa de no wo enti ba sa na unu so many water and na wo de aye saa na ma no oh enti recycle no e wo master no ana say specialize no aye pa enti na oko medical sector na your heart surgery and your tortoise you no farming no I will see yes you your masters because you may move bonfia say we less than obia or another profession. During this week, me posu niema bebrebe twetwe ya adwene konima bi so. One of our posts me kire say just imagine case say obi oye farmer na na farmhouse or all the facilities ya ubetimenya no kromo no e won the farmhouse and can you how many people be free Accra and as cities no ade aba farm aba be the aba farming. By the way, continue subscribe my share video no sabre ya na invite obi as a message e be hia no ehia no crowd the farmer no you don't know the party a bit makiki na be mo so ahase because sharing is care but it's also creating awareness because sometimes you need bindim into wo share and ono so etiminya awareness of that enti mo man share video no mo man like video no na mo man subscribe join the WhatsApp community na join the Facebook page no so e kan ho because this video no another video nko a ye wi and ye from until the bones are rotting we are going to take the farming to another level. That's why you have to join and till join here the message is in a it will take you to another level and another level. It say elevator elevator more umia so your numbers so person call level 5 wa do level 5 boss say elevator and plan the circle rubio after no no any me person me call another level. That's it. Enti mo man to so you call the benefit of specialized and answer masters in your high return of income. I didn't tell make us a high return of income, and that's the important thing as a farmer because Oshe Ghanaian farming sector say na and go for a duanyama a bimo duamo I say or mukra no so strike. But one by one, you will take all this aspect, you better take in a breaking to down. Say you as a farmer, no, you will not be alone, and you will know how to do in every situation. The American say high return of income, no, adintra because se first no nanka udi answer bako twa Bruno na Bruno twa wie na otutu gu wie na eno ano no se no eburo no kra no mentwa se de ye twa no normal no pimpan eburo no o pimpan eburo na uyo bi a practice prawing a obe praw asase no afra eburo no se uyo bi a won practice prawing so a eburo ni dua no twitwa the stems no ade na hahan no na e dey e dry never come obi a koton ma obi o ye de mponche anase nwan sorry mo we sai eburo ni dua no enantwem nyina no ubetima aton ama wo mo as a feeding na eburo na se no so me ntwa no kra twa no kese kakra na no so entimi pro nkasa se ne ma nti another high income no ena eba sei na bibie wasase nso bia no a wadua no was so try so better we maximizing because that is your specialization at the oye yenka the last point na we are yama Mr. Ferris Aba. The last point is high visibility. High visibility way idea a income, a key, a currency. Visibility is currency, is key, and is an income if you know how to. And then, mami hu babia, ogni ye tie free. Chire me babia wutie free na se chire so be hwe video so a mami hu babia wo hwe video na free because me be say ye hu baby obia wo na in case say information wo zone na ye ba won chene be busa wo na wo so information a return of na visibility na bia no okay enti me da say so wa like video no so I didn't make a high visibility because every farmer bia also utimi nya your window. I said they can be say window shopping, you know. Also when you be to say a window shopping. Emma. I didn't make a window shopping. Mamifa Sakmark, any nature, nature yam, and so I am my mammy ya Edwin Sinin a year. Omumi no I shall say ye activities, but omo be a Facebook page to support the omoye. SOS woha obe promote on programs yama odie, but also so no. Ultimi bie o window a o shopping window a o it said the word the work signboard e wo abonten pepepepe. And in that case, you know, as a visibility na wunya no, so obi here bibia na wonu say oh say me here banchi a I say me kwaso me because wonu no what specialize wom. I don't know say what him dey me channel say na what you say me hu because say obi here say oto bibi ti say gere a okobe bia ye dey onim se ho ne ton gere but the same time e bede na obi oti akra en say wa oti temale wo na wo ye banchi mu adwuma pa wo bie wo window e wo Facebook mu e ye page en na we dey dia wo ye no wo promote dia wo ye no en na meko afom en ye dua we say the sakma kokko sakma na by the way moma yenko follow all these Facebook pages na America no and as a mail listing actually mumma audience mo ye dey mo be follow na emo ani nyina yenti mbe the community together. Visibility no as a currency no you know how to turn it to a currency no adintra because visibility no as a currency it meet as an impact and legacy. Visibility na wo no because of say why specialize what that particular thing no afei the video programs bi anase TV programs no ye be hwe wo kira kwan eni ay dey wo hwe de Mr Ayiko TV ye Mr Nim Dr Nim ye na okọ pharmacy no okọ mo ye ebia poultry farmer omo ye bia specialize omo no na okọ no makodi nkomo all these things you know a visibility for your activities any of where you're the farm no and you say we na product and selling no cry no need problem and another one particular thing say what the social media and so as a Facebook page near that na there will be a some time na one kasa cry no so bit my day aye day I monetize it so you see and your farming ko na we dey ubenya nat ubenya sika free babia enti Mr. Mada me frame Mr. Ferris no aba sabre ya subscribe mine so subscribe we na first time like video no na share because balloon na me dey share ase no balloon ni me no ne ane de etimi course no eye de wo follow all these teachings na SOS ye bo modern say be dey ye be kire Ghanaian farmers no and the time will come where or say if you are prior, if only you are prior, then the potential to arise and stand out from what you are doing, you know, from the average, you know, is yours. 2 million and your vice president I can say Ghana you use at the cranium. 2 million no, not 2 million, sorry, 2 billion. Mami hu percentage ya unya gu account musabri ya ope medie mefa ni nyina unso comment e o video no se obehwe na chiro se se o comment na me hu Mr. Ferris mpache me bo akwa aba
Yo, Mr. Charles, Michelle, na Michia ETF so. I hope so. Obia hoye.
Mr. Ferris nyame adom Yenyina ye ho ye. Yenyina ho ye. Na saa so Jesus so so tie so.
Damn yes. Yo, where the topic now they are to, and I think say ehun here pa na ehun here say kan ho asem. Na say ye ka say obi a master in something na. Nya ekere say nipa no ewo nimdie bi ewo a particular thing. Enye nimdie keke, but osanso wo experience ewo that particular thing na no. So by the academic world, I won't say this person has a master in agriculture, master in biology, master in physics, master in chemistry. Into who say nipa bako entumi enya all the masters to himself. Into who say that person or specialize in one aspect. Now or specialize we are na we sua nneɛma no afa ne a onim ne ho anya experience wom. So this yakase nipa na be a master in something or deep knowledge, deep skill, deep understanding ewo nea oye no. Inti enfambra agriculture for example. So say oye farmer na opese who grow your business, your farming business or your agri business. One of the things I was Otiasini say you cannot be all round and be master of everything. That is why important say ubenya nimdie ewo one particular thing na udie grow your branches or your tentacles. So mema example say me fan say we a beginner farmer and I say you are now starting to become a farmer. There are so many things about agriculture there. We have normally brave. But me use to crops, for example, and me narrowing it down to vegetables, for example. Assume yourself so you go into cabbage production. But apart from cabbage production, no, there are other things, your carrot, your pepper, your okra, your friend, your all this around. But I was so but your main goal is udria cabbage. So into you have to master how to grow the cabbage. So biba, that's what we beside say. How do I make profit from cabbage? You should know everything about it because that is what you have mastered in. So, however, there are other things we are able to me then. Build your income stream. So other things. But near ebe business nipa ebe knowledge or effort a particular thing. Internet to become a master in farming is not just about knowing how to plant and I say how to harvest your crops and I say bibisa because the planting Ghana fu bebre ho a omonim se omde brochure fe ma ebe fifi and our the branches fe ma ebe fifi. A lot of people know that. So but the question is odi shefem no then na ebe ma ebro no de shefem no and I say branch no de shefem no etumi efifi grow produce fruit and I say produce tubers in a quantity nini be den ebeje ho eno na kire say you have mastered a friend na me yonko be kasa na he's or a poultry farmer na ni or friend or that poultry or that chickens day old chicks na there was misunderstanding or die no omuka chen sebeba on the 18th na unfortunately no or wha no mo friend say mbuanaba on the 17th nti also be form to her no on share that any ready so to receive the mbuano one conform so remember un said they all checks no aya omundidi aya omunum su omo use what they have in them for that period. This one conform omuna be no conform no or yeah very fast no conform na the buy. In todo mo buy no muna say about 60-70% of the checks no are very weak. Because almost spending a day or two out to some very weak pa. Na nyo no nko so na okofa. There are other farmers. Intino no or knowledge about how to make sure say chicks in the bed and ever survive it. Intino form be good boom na immediately. Now all the glucose or the glucose the gun no yes say no say no them buano or making sure some buana no mean sooner no so oye bibia then the chicks gain strength. But more knowledge about what to do no. At the thing no bohuna waste 20 year 30 year 40 year. So why? Because they have no in-depth understanding of what to do. Sani power no wako school. Sani power no or experience. Why ya no into experience as to how obey to me I am then I survive it for certain number of days. So intino si yekasa be a master. Experience is very, very important. Enye de bia na obeden ubenyan fine. Nkrofo ye omombo awuye, they will learn from experience. Next time they will know what to do because omubehu say ntisane ye no. So that is an added experience, an added knowledge. Intino to become a master, and it's not a one-day job. It takes time. You have to give yourself time to learn. You have to give yourself time to understand, to read, to consult with people that have the experience, people that have been in it for a very long time. You know, sometimes the book knowledge might not help you. The book knowledge is good, but experience is the best teacher. We always say that. So, into no more experience, you learn from them. Into now, so what have is so we are crop farmers. So you have to be you also try say obey master as to how obey understanding how your land works, how your soil works. So the type of soil you are dealing with, your irrigation systems, your pest control, your disease control, your harvesting mechanism, your storage. Those things Nina also gain the experience in how to do that. And yes, I'll be what you say. You entered into agricultural business and nothing is working for you. No, when take it time, I'm building knowledge, and I say one building understanding or experience. Then one fan could shim. Yes, I know you are going to fail, and I say you will not do well. You will think say it is not viable. No, it is. Just that one two boys I'm building. So to gain the knowledge. One thing is why very important is that you have to be very consistent when you are building or friend that mastery. So you're very consistent. cabbage am the example. Me find say we do the first year na ye. That doesn't mean say the next year na ye. That experience unya ya anye no, you have to use that experience to the next year to better the production. So internet so very, very consistent. Repeated consistency is very, very important. You don't just give up because of say this year I didn't do well in business, and I said this year and I said a bro number and I said cabbage na ye. No, you don't just give up. You have to build adaptability and creativity. So a master can improve and innovate. Intino wangasa krano, whilst you are in production, no, there are so many things that able to make creative for your own self to better your production systems. So yes, able to make BF in Crawford. But wangasa no to me kotena now meditate was we me and say me and say you you are creating something new. Ubia en yusu anaso ubia, and then you try it consistently. You prove it, and that becomes part of your work. That is become part of you. That become part of your business. So inti say obi ba unchain na obi bisa say okay, so intino we understand. You should be able to explain. You should be able to teach that person and inspire that person in the field that we are doing. Now, what the Mr. Menu example say, upobia or good, ope good, and as ope good knowledge. Mr. Menu has specialized in that. He has mastered in that. Onwangasano were coming up systems probably maybe a genuine, original. So we're coming up. So mechanisms be a buano until we builded that experience and he has mastered it. He will be able to explain to you how to be successful in the go-to production. So Oko or friend Mr. Pamford, for example, when it comes to conservation agriculture, repeatedly no, and he has mastered, he has had experience and he has mastered in that. Into the question be will be said beyond over to me over to me yan. Into no say kakra me de be ka ho na me say jama on say obi per se or enter into farming and I say agribusiness. You don't occupy your mind with so many things because you can't do everything at the same time. So obu oh mpese me say oh matise ska we you say that confusion will make you fail. Also to me now we specializing in one thing and build it up. So to me building up one who said now you can branch into several things, but the main trunk is there. The main or friend, the vine is there. Who say Jesus can be big? I'll say I am the vine, and you are the branches. It is applicable to business. You have to know your vine, and you have to know your branches, because a branch, a vine, and then they provide the nutrient to the branches. International only one business. And no best support to the other business. But answer na ubenya branches, you have to make sure say your vine and I say your main specialty, astande thrive when you all the necessary knowledge, wisdom, experience, understanding about that particular thing. And sana, what you may be brave. And yes, sir. Ubohu said you specialize in so many things and nothing works. Once you blame yourself and you blame others and you think that nothing is working for you. But that is not how is it. Inti kakra mde beka nya okan hone. That's it.
Wow. Senior, that's Nyamisha. Evolution for Mr. Ferris Akano. And one particular thing I'm better would tell you now also so to me share my others my uncle say. On say as a student, you shall say from nursery, na you grow and you messages never na dawson. On oko elementary school subject ne dawson. Ni akọ GSS subject ne dawson. Ni akọ SS hɔ na afei ya hyase na ye preseno subject na mana kakra bi still na dawson. Wona do university we na subject na still na dawson but still na no na presem reduce until time I be university no now crab board I can say a whole lot of informations. But after that, a hono and I hope so specialize na okono ko particular thing no. And on thing I make Mr. First ya can na meso make no. Se farming na kasa wo he no e idea se hope so ya masters is the best way to achieve the maximum. You can be a farmer at all right to PBR. But if you want to gain more, if you want to have the yield, if you want to lead, if you want to build a legacy, and so on, mastering is the best way. Obeni, mi bacha mi wakwaba.
Enyo na pome.
Nyame adom, bacha unso e.
Don't marry any experience. I don't for nyame ijam.
Ebe nyame ase. Onia Jonas ya wakwaba se ohwe South Africa. Mi bacha obetima mehu eniema potia South Africa for dia omuye specialize because me ko ha supermarket ya me hu niema bia e free South Africa eba but ya na me ntia se e specialize me nyan shaze nko hwehwe mu nti ma me hu ade property ya South Africa for omuye ye specialize na Ghana so yenso yesu betima nya specialize ya ne se kokoo no na ye specialize because kokoo no ko ade adabraka. Ebusia for mo fa nche me na my who by mistake me battle no running down in front of me. I'm sorry, really sorry. Yeah. Obeni, I don't batch what me say. I don't batch what me say. Okay. Senior Farms, batch what me can. Hello. Senior Farms,
Yeah, just
already abusiafo mo fan chame me battle running down me who cry say battle na koi me hu ya ne say system ni nyina dey aye out nti mo fan chame wa obaba behwe na chire so no me se fa che me say obehu blackout or but enye me fault accidentally say me hu cry say battle ni running low na ema eba santi mo fan chame sinyako
I go just.
ya mo akwaba
Yeah, ja na wumpum.
ya mi adon bokwa ba chon so
Ja brand gum na so very day.
me te wase kwa mini ba bia na ne na mne
Easy. Easy.
na se me te wase bra na ubren wa bre nyina ne na bia na nem nyina na aye won so specialize ya eja uwo mo eno nti ne ema waye nti du betimi akan mu bibi kakra a kire how a ohunu masters in farming.
Okay, just me that's it. We are learning from a very important topic enyumri. Na sene udi kan ebi floor no. And Mr. Felix so the expertise knowledge of the tools no. Obi our video and as all live so.
Oh, aquafans. Okay. I'm set. And then the mpanimfoɔ wɔn de bɛkyɛ na sɛ system no maybe deɛ every sɛ the network nso so abas ɛgya do mbakyɛ waba deɛ a
Sɛ me wɔ ha wo na wokɔe.
dɔkorɛ mfankyɛ mi da mɛ ɛho kora sɛ sɛ meba te na
Yɛde kyɛ wo
ara
nyɛ yie, yɛde bɛfiri wo, daakye wobɛtua.
ɛyɛ sɛ o ɛyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ mɛ ɛho kora sɛ bate kora sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ ara ne room na ma no ba sɛ
Ɛno ne yɛfrɛ no mo kurom kasa mo bɛka ne sɛ technology a.
bra good yeah akɔpam but waba wotumi to aso so wo network nso na de na megye dun kasa
Akɔ farm sɛ owura sunsum mu.
ora remsim obeni fire koi
Yes, sir.
na
Yɛkɔe.
ye ko masters in farming ofa ona get
Masters
nyina
no deɛ wɔyɛ bi a PhD foɔ deɛ no bi anaasɛ
se ye di PhD no
ɛne deɛ nka fa ɔmo kɔɔ school na ɛnyɛ yɛ a yɛyi pɛ toto bibidifoɔ deɛ yɛka masters ho asɛm. Yɛbɛkyia abusuafoɔ no yɛada mpanimfoɔ ase ɛda ase ne akwanya. Mr. Felix mekyia wo. Brakwamet backroom boys SP ɛkyia wo. Ɛne Mr. Akon nso yɛkyia wo abusuafoɔ no nyinaa. I think sɛ
so ambacho waba mami nyina wo kasa wi na esi je wi
okay.
so bia ma bia mesrada ne diem siniako
Just.
ma wo so network ni nyenti ye be mo ato aso na afi ansa na beti akọ na je do ato aso.
Okay. So let me make it quick. So what I was saying is that Senior Felix mentioned something about consistency. A very necessary if you really want to specialize or get a mastery. Say one year consistent. Debiano, I say a brutal time from a huno. Okoha, no abaha. So you just move according to the direction of the wind.
Until Overtian say anything mostly Ghana we are say adwuma bebree hɔ no ma nipa bi as me man ko school ntina me ye we ɛna you wɔ kasa bi kɔ kasa sɛ one ko school adwuma dɔɔso, and I'm not sure said that is the reality. It's because you're not consistent and ye ehun so ɛwɔ ye mu too much. Ade nipa so mesi ye wa nye ye meso me kɔyɛ a ɛnkɔ yie enti ɛno ma yɛ ntimi ɛnkɔyɛ nim ti ade no nanka wɔnam kwan pa no so, but because of saa ehun no ɛne inconsistency nti no obon so wa deviate ɛno na ɛma yɛnya that speciality no and anaasɛ specialization no ɛwɔ dwumadi a nipa bebree na edi mu. And one thing I will also say that we should try as much as possible say you're very consistent in everything that we are doing. And for any senior situation here, tough times comes, but we need to strengthen ourselves to meet it. Because if we just want to sit down, say anytime beyond, we want to see the comfort time, the comfortability, we want to get peace of mind and everything. Young grow. The difficulty comes for us to be strengthened. It comes to teach us so that in the days ahead we will know how to plan our steps. And just see a journey free side difficulties now about at the point in time. No, you be making sure say dear bia no you be shena bibia atoto na kwen pepepe. And then one other thing, availability. Senior udi kaka no. Na say wo hono man obi a textile. Senior me rabbit into mini market to my area. Post to a TikTok always be about comment section. There's no market for rabbits. No my say how do you do it? Obi basa the first thing I do is that me correct the profile. Onim say be brain now mo from the profile no the video be a odi lumba ne yere akosia se wada do broni ho nkomo no posti. Or no, what dress ya okwa sorry no posti here.
Oh God.
Asabia osa no posti here. On far rabbit back okran to her. As also there's no market. The fact that you saw me, you saw it on my platform, that's why you contacted me. But who platform no?
So ako kan ko for wasem. No manjo la no. I do. Senior, oh, ako fam so bacha
You are discussing about things that has nothing to do with a human away.
Okay.
So definitely there will be no market because you are not
Okay. Eja dum pacho kasa.
Yo, that's it. I'm saying. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
denka.
Ne
Mwaka
line
biya.
Mhm.
Nti kakra meka ne sɛ afuo yɛ ɛte sɛ driving. Sɛ wowɔ sika na wokɔtɔ kaa no na woansua sɛdeɛ yɛka na wode bɛpem. Ɛka no a woabɔ no nyinaa no ahye agu. Sɛ wo na wowɔ sika sɛ dɛn na woatɔ kaa na wonnim twi a ɛwɔ sɛ wode ma deɛ onim twi na wotena akyire na ɔno drive wo. Ɛno nti na obi atɔ kaa ɔno ankasa stia n'anim na ɔbɛtena hɔ a na ɔtena hɔ atwa photo because ɔnsuaeɛ ɛhu wɔ ne mu. Nti adeɛ biara na woyɛ no ɛwɔ sɛ sɛdeɛ na Mr. Felix eka no pɛ ho nimdeɛ. Sɛ wonnim a bisa deɛ onim. Ɛyɛ sɛ wode wo kaa bɛma driver na wowatena akyire no yɛtwiw na kaa no ɛdi mfeɛ bɛyɛ 10 ama wo na ɛde wakɔ aba da biara na watua driver ne ka kakra ɛkyɛn sɛ wɔde patapaa sɛ mmea na metɔɔyɛ mmea metwi na wotu yɛ na atwa atum na wɔde akɔpem obi wo kaa na sɛe wasan asɛe obi deɛ wasan abɔ ka police bɛsɛ akyew sɛ wo drive na wo ni license so ɛyɛ very complicated issue sɛ wohwɛ no from a broader perspective spectrum a watɔ asase deɛ ba wankasa wonyɛ farmer the fact is sɛ watɔ farmland 10 acres no ɛnkyerɛ sɛ wodua biribi a wodua wɔ so biara no bɛyɛ yie anaasɛ sɛdeɛ wotee na abɔnten no a wode ho mmirika kɔtɔ asase no saa adeɛ no na wobɛfa ɛwɔ asase no so no deɛ ɛteɛ ne sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wosua sɛ ɛna adeɛ baako a ɛyɛ a mistake a yɛyɛ paa yɛ sɛ yɛtee da ase abrawa ne yɛpagya yɛkora Charles kaa sɛ Mr. Akɔ kaa sɛ wayɛn rabbit ne rabbit yɛ ɛyɛ kama na girigirigirigiri ɛnyina ne yɛakɔgum yɛkɔyɛ rabbit ebia baabi a woyɛ rabbit no koraa no ɔmo rabbit no ɛyɛ taboo ɔmo mpɛ ɔmo nwe market ni hɔ wakɔ braha bɛbome akura ase wosi mekodua cucumber ɛne cabbage wɔ hɔ hwan na ɛbɛtɔ because ɔmo no obi efirafuo mu ba wate kontomire ate ne nyaadoa wate kɔ nsusu ato so obetwi awɔ atomati biare wakɔdua cucumber sɛ ɔmmra no metwitwa cucumber no na ɔyɛ apɔnkye saa na ɔbɛka akyerɛ wo yɛntɔ nti ɛhɔ no cucumber no bɛyɛ yie wobɛte ɛbɛyɛ akɛse akɛse ba wonya market wode bɛfiri braha bɛbome bɛba bɛsi nkwanta ɛfiri nkwanta de aba kuro kɛseɛ mu no transportation ne nko ara na adeɛ no boɔ no kora ntimi ntua nti na akɔyɛ sɛ wode ba market bɛkyekyɛɛ ba wa mɛyɛ biribiara wɔn nti yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ anka woto bo ase na anka ɛhɔ no a wakɔhyɛ no sɛ wowɔ means of transport a wode nneɛma no bɛba kurom deɛ a fair enough ɛno ne nyinaa ne gyina consultation abɛ consulting nkurɔfoɔ market survey a wobɛyɛ ɛho sɛ adeɛ no a mebɛdua no aha yɛtɔ hwan na ɛyɛ me customer na wo ne customers na di nkɔmmɔ mepaakyɛ o mahu sɛ woyɛ vegetables na wotɔn vegetables mpɛ sɛ mebɛdua bi wɔ area ha mpɛ sɛ mebisa wo deɛ no fa wɔ he na wakyerɛ sɛ o mete ebi abrekum ba mekɔfa wɔ sunyane wosuo wɔ neɛ me bɛyɛ afui wɔ nsɔkɔ ha yi a nti ɛneɛ me number ni fa wo nso number ma me ɛba a wobɛyɛ me first customer woyi wo deɛ a deɛ aka no na mede kɔ market wɔn ɛyɛ kasa sɛ wonnim a wobɛyɛ w'adwene sɛ medeɛ yɛ na yɛbɛtɔ wobɛyɛ bɛwie maame no bɛka kyerɛ sɛ meme wɔ baabi a mefa me deɛ wo mennim wo nti mentɔ so ɛyɛ very important sɛ wo master adeɛ bi na wonim yɛ a wakata w'ani kora a wobɛtumi ayɛ menim man bi a ɔno tomatoes asase no ɔsa ɔde ne nsa ɔbɛwɔta asase no anwummerɛ adeɛ kye a ɔba a ɔde ne nsa bɛbɔ anwea nom no wasa asase no wasa baabi ɔwɔtaa no anwummerɛ no ɔsa anwea no saa no wahu ahwɛ ɔsa wɔ baabi mmiɛnsa ehu ahwɛ ɔbɛka kyerɛ sɛ aha tomatoes yɛ dua a ɛbɛso a ɛbɛporo agu ampaniampa wogye n'akyinnye na wodua a tomatoes no ɛso a ɛbɛporo agu wontimi nte wobɛte akakraa bi wayɛ adwuma no kyɛ nti ɔno no ne hwene atumi testi asase ɔfa asase no mu pampan kɛkɛ obetumi aka akyerɛw sɛ aha tomatoes yi yɛbɛte dodo anaasɛ tomatoes no yɛndua local one no wɔ ha mɛma yɛndua Burkina Faso deɛ no bi wodua a ɛnyɛ yie this kyerɛ sɛ he is a master of the craft onim deɛ ɔɔka so ɔho ɔbɛka akyerɛw sɛ asase wei yɛmfa ebia yɛmfa fertilizer ngu so na mmom yɛnkɔpɛ poultry droppings na yɛbɔ bed na yɛmfa mɛpete so na yɛbɔ bed na yɛabɔ afra ɛno bɛboa ɛkyɛn sɛ yɛbɛyɛ fertilizer he knows what he's doing Inti wo ade na wo koye no YouTube videos na wo hwɛ. Yes, ɛyɛ adesua ni bia no. But wo kɔhyɛ aseɛ no tina da bia no sɛ watie wɔ fama anu akyɛ a ɔka asɛm wei sɛ hyɛ aseɛ kakra bi fa yɛ experiment na hu sɛ adeɛ no wɔn nsa akokwa so aduro na yɛde ma paneɛ na yɛwɔ mmoa no aduro a yɛde ma ɔmo ne nyinaa no wɔfolo ne nyinaa wode ma ɔmo a wɔastɛdi ahu sɛ ɛyɛ organic ɛyɛ herbs na wode bɛma ɔmo a watry saa herbs ne nyinaa wɔ kakra na awowɔ no nti wobɛtumi ayi mpɔnkye bi a anaasɛ nkokɔ a broilers wayi 10 ɛde ɔmo agu wayɛ isolate ɔmo na ɔmo no ebi a wode local herbs na ɛma ɔmo ɔmfa chemical bi a nka ho na wohwɛ ɔmo behavior ɛne ɔmo a wode chemical ne ma ɔmo no nti wo try ne nyinaa na wohwɛ na wohu sɛ aduro ahaban na wode ma ɔmo no ɛyɛ kyɛn aduro na now na wo tire mu nkakra next one na wode 50 next one na wode 100 nkakra nkakra ebedu baabi no afei wafuo ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ purely organic a womfa chemical bi ama mmoa no because wa experiment a perfect so ɛfa mastery ne deɛ ɛyɛ very important sɛ wo deɛ sɛ wo na woyɛ nneɛma wodua nneɛma nyinaa bi a pɛ baako a ɛno deɛ wada 12 midnight ne yɛ nyane wa a wobɛtumi aka mu nsɛm nyinaa wabere a wo nso kanea ɛno ne yɛfrɛ ne sɛ wamaster ɛwɔ adeɛ no mu wokɔ ayi a wokɔ supermarket na wohyia Mexico foɔ no bi a wokɔtɔ watermelon a otimi fa watermelon na ɔde ne nsa na wabom ɔde ne nsa bɔ watermelon no ho saa na waka kyerɛ sɛ wei mɛntɔ wei tokuro dɛm ɔbɔ ho na waka kyerɛ sɛ gya wei to hɔ watermelon obi na ma me hu sɛ watermelon na ne funuma ketekete no ɛno na ɛdɛ deɛ ne funuma kɛseɛ no nsuo nko a ɛnyɛ dɛ because wayɛ afuo no mu adwuma anya experience no so wɔn obi ɛpɛ sɛ okɔdua ebi a strawberries but onim sɛ strawberry na abere na ɛda market hɔ no ɛho na esisi black na wohu no ntokuro no saa nketenkete no na ɛyɛ aba na yɛde dua no onim so wɔn ɛho nketenkete saa sport na ɛwɔ ho na ɛhyehyɛ ho black no ɛno wo scrape saa adeɛ no na woyɛ ɛno ɛyɛ aba efifi so there are so many things nipa bebree enim but ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔ adeɛ no mu wate sɛ obi yɛ bi nti it has to take you time to experiment even wo backyard garden koraa no ma ɛhɔ no nyɛ wo experimental farm ɛwɔ wo backyard na hwɛ sɛdeɛ plant na wodua no sɛdeɛ ne suban si teɛ me plant ɛwɔ mafikyire no mewɔ nneɛma a mede gu so mede gu so bi a meto me bo ase ma no bɛyɛ 2 weeks anaa 1 week na mehwɛ ne behavior matimi agya plant wɔ hɔ 1 week a menwɔtaeɛ but mɛkɔ no na ogyina ne nan so mede nsuo nya gu so pɛpɛɛpɛ adeɛ bɛkye adeɛ anadwo na adeɛ bɛkye no na haban ne nyinaa stretch ne ho na ogyina baabi ogyina because mini hɔ no ma wɔta nda biara so I have to make sure say we rooting medium a develop more root sɛdeɛ ebetimi asɔ anwea na egu container no mu no emu na nsuo gu so a nsuo na gyina ansa na mapɛ mulch de agu so sɛdeɛ nwia bɔ a nsuo no escape whilst I'm away. Now, so there are so many things as I say we ye na who say cocoa na we ya cocoa no okay saying na obey cocoa na nya bumper harvest. Cocoa farmers don't was saying in him say cocoa afuom sɛ nka woyɛ beehives na wode sisi wo kokofuo na no kora na ɛboa ma wonya bumper harvest ɛsan ma wo ɛwɔ in return bon nti nneɛma no ɛyɛ nkakra nkakra yɛn nyinaa yɛsua adeɛ but pɛdeɛ w'ani gye ho pɛdeɛ wopɛ sɛ ɛno no yɛbɔ wo din a yɛbɛbɔ wo din aka ho sɛ nipa asɛm asi deɛ wobisa nadeɛ wei a wada kora a ɔbɛka ho asɛm akyerɛ wo ɛda no wɔfa maa no bisa asɛm bi sɛ yɛbɔ wo din a dɛn ne yɛde nim wo ma saa adeɛ no ndi ɛnka wo tirim kakra na pɛ biribi a yɛbɔ wo din a yɛbɛtumi de abata ho sɛ yɛnam kum sɛdeɛ yɛyi aboa skin sɛdeɛ yɛyɛ master ɛno ne yɛmfa wo din ka ho because wokɔ kuro bi mu na wopɛ nantwi nam atɔ a yɛkyerɛ wo sɛ kɔ malam wei fie ɛhɔ deɛ ne nantwi nam no ɛyɛ kama adɛn nti a wayɛ ne yie apɛfɛkte ma kurom hɔfoɔ nyinaa gye di sɛ yɛtɔ ne nantwi nam a ɛnte sɛ afoforɔ deɛ ɛfisɛ onim sɛdeɛ yɛ handle aboa no onim sɛdeɛ yɛdure ne mogya onim sɛdeɛ yɛ nneɛma onim saa adeɛ no wayɛ akyɛ wakwadare mu ɛyɛ dɛn na wokɔ zongo na wo sɛ wopɛ kooko ne masa a yɛtumi kyerɛ wo hagyea bi ɔte kuro ne to sɛ kɔ no hɔ ɔno ne masa na ɛyɛ kama nso na wogyina bi ho because saa hagyea no wapɛfɛkte adeɛ no wamaster ɛwɔ mu nti pɛdeɛ wo nso obi kae the ball is in your court now you have to decide where to play whether with your left leg or right leg depending on your capability and me na me decide ama wo say master banchi master boardier master we ebi nim say boardier kura wudua boardier eni se wugaya haban no na egu ho e wo se wutwitwa saa haban ni nyina afiri ho na mframa efa boardifuo num ahaban ni nyi kono na wutwitwa de wo fom no se de ebetimi anyi ntem na wotwitwa ahaban na no watwitwam na de agu fam ɛwɔ mfimfini a ɛbɛporo na nutrients na san akɔ asase num na bɔɔdeɛ na san afa nti yɛgyae na egu ho saa because yɛkɔte de abɛbɔ dɔko no ba yɛnim sɛ egu ho na yɛkɔte de abɛbɔ dɔko no yɛti abɔ dɔko no na bɔɔdeɛ ne nyi no ɛso te bɔɔdeɛ na ɛso a anaasɛ ɛbɔ a woyiyi ahaban na ahoɔden na ɛtwe firi fam no atumi akɔ aduane num na aduane no atumi ayɛ kɛse ba yɛagyae na haban bebree nti nutrients ne ba a kae hu sɛ ahaban a ɔdi kan no ɔno twe first ne ɔtɔ so atwe nti ɔmbɛtwetwe a ɛbɛkɔ akɔdu aduane no so na aka kakraa bi nti wadua bɔɔdeɛ wobɛkɔ no abɔ bɔɔdeɛ duro mmiɛnsa a wotwaeɛ baako ɛsa mmienu na ɛwɔ so nketenkete bɛyɛ 1000 nso sɛ nka wotete ahaban no nyinaa anka saa nketenkete no nyinaa bɛnya ahoɔden a ɛnsuffocate anka ɛbɛyɛ akɛseɛ all these things are mastery ni bi you have to master to understand it wadua tomatoes wɔ fie ɛyɛ small garden na wowɔ ebi afifi ho bebree tete ahaban no bi firi fam no edua no ho no bubu branches na ɛba no sɛ ɛyɛ new branch koraa na efifi a wotwa saa branch no na wode hyɛ anwea no mu a ɛno koraa bɛyɛ another plant nti wotwitwa saa deɛ no ho no na deɛ ɛwɔ soro no wo man opportunity to grow aseɛ no ɛmmoa bi antimi mforo because ahaban bi aneda fam all these things are part of the mastery we are talking about so zero in on what you can do and do it better sɛdeɛ yɛbɔ wo din a yɛbɛka sɛ Charles yɛbɔ isu ana obi anim sɛ SOS ɛna yɛba yɛbɔ Mr. Manu a yɛnim sɛ mpɔnkye yɛbɔ Pamford a yɛnim sɛ ɛyi sustainable and yɛka ne sɛ Pamford adeɛ me rejuvenation yɛbɔ Mr. Felix a yɛnim sɛ sustainable agriculture yɛbɔ Brakwameta ɔno deɛ yɛnim sɛ business opportunities ne nugget everybody have something associated to them that we know them of on top of our head apart from other things are omunim so when you do it like that oh yeah there now what they are hokeka na eye what they anigye na eye me I love it when ye come moa ho asem na of a man we do mponche so na of a man kasa I wish he said he can talk the whole day Whilst I keep quiet to listen. Because he make you feel like abuani jina wenim and no. That is exactly what we are talking about today. And on the mastery, no. Obi otimi chira ade no muma, you live wherever you are in your mind, no, you are with him. You ujina aboa no ho or chira practically. But aboa bi anyina wo wanim, but uhu aboa no said you can uhu said you chere. That is the mastery we are talking about. So me de besi ha na question bi wo ho a ya no na yɛde asi meda ase.
Yo, for opinion ejedu nakasa no. Oko the YouTube page, the YouTube page na channel na those deep dive say the medito so can where the muhu in subscribe to Strategies for Bees YouTube channel and Aqua Farms and so on the YouTube channel as so ho your Facebook page and so your Sack Mark Facebook page more support na ebeboa mo nso no gene na koso your nature but just to take it through pack it through by na SOS na obehu all these pages na me kase me bo dia hwan yire kofi obi dia na akoyese wapaye bia na se bibisa but time goes on no bet my final praise and time wa ye beba Facebook exclusive said ye no last Tuesday na yetimi I broadcast all these things obi adwumadi a wodi said e be ya because patronize ebeboa ama ye dwumadi eduro bi kwa marketing kra beba for because bro nyeba and then me will say senior akubi Samson editor the portrait December mba ready so be pebia na me twere say ja me suma ready say me baba jeme de yeah me ofi an kama kwa gina zodo but wa wo fie no wo ma ye momodin say bro nyeba ye nua ne sem no ye be hwehwe free ye nua no mu na omudua bi dada no yeah eduru bi a me ankasa mo mejitum se eduru bi a susum penso honam ye mrese de sika no eduru bi a ye na transportation keke no ema e discourage obi ma oye dey kade opeso ye no onye anti eno so minim saade but before say ye beko akobu sabontin so for the entry say opportunity mu say betimi a sustain each other near patronize each other Aqua Farms ya sabe kan sa ye manin to aso ni wi a ye dia ba wi na ya ye din komo wachire Aqua Farms
Uncle Charles.
obani
Yes, sir.
me hu se wo kan obi entokwenti no ode ora na yo ni mu twen wo twi fom ti no ye ma wo mo ne tofa de na wo kan na ewi a ye din komo wachire
Sir. Okay, so as I was saying, and also na me by na do so hit it on no. You see, whatever that we are doing, we need in-depth knowledge about it. And yet, prekupena yesori ya ni ewurem. Ayesa, ubenu who in the shortest time. We need because we stay be more time crap. See, no abamabu because nimdie any huna osenka wunya no wunya. Ayana me can be say self-investment is very, very important. Obi on my ebia or start here de bi na oko consult obi say ebia obi mu ano nimdie mu a ebi kan nye sika kura person na nipa be charge no but so obi na no kura bi sa se menu ade we wo ye ne sen na kwan be na mefa so a meye bi no den de ma no ono no so hu ni say ono so on strategy onko fa obi onko fa obi adwene me ndie na obi abeka say na say ono so nim onim ono so nim enti we sa kire no na wabeka nsensemu. And I know na na the problems eba bebre ewo business mu. And if we really want to make it say ye business associate dia, you hear say ye consistent. You hear say you dealing with fear. After so no knowledge about whatever that we are doing. I was say very paramount at the my say anko yes anytime biano you starting na yeah jano kwen eti de offer do any how do I call it? Senior Felix, no. I think say no one that was say nyina no, you say you be champion na yesua de e wo ye bia mu. So when sua de na unhunu no waye, da bia be no wrong. And now we contacted me about how a person was starting a rabbit farm near day. And I told him that this is how it's supposed to be done. Quality first. Sorry, Uncle Charles. So when you quality now, be any hormone with me, I feel when say what's our book for bra and senka obosa kano. Both work spend it. Either kwako idea, I didn't know near shallow. Nothing in a waste. It's to cut the long story short, what I would say is that our seniors has already given us too much knowledge, and we need to champion on that. See, actually develop bra, and that is what we all need knowledge. Some knowledge, and freedom na penal. Without it, chikakra.
Wow. That's for sending a person that they share with you. Me so say subscribe. If we say the ashase no, nebo modern so be video yi bio. And a video so a year leveraging in farming, building how to build a system around your farm. How one fruit, just one fruit, control a whole nation. Oh, and Can you no se wotumi subscribe na wo like video no na se o or they say o putu yens can say notification bell no to all notification everything be ekoso SOS no eba. This thing in particular no enye se bi a eye sikatu bi o untue sika bi, but eboa madwumadi na yenso de no so YouTube so confirm kamfo ma others ya omun share krada. Sede be ya omote kwa na video na ba beto ho no mo so akreke so no makoshia, because farming na ye kanyina all these things are just to create awareness. Just imagine that this amount here I'm about to $2 billion. Media say ye ka say ye di opa me fa ni nyina na won so comment ma me hu se me to ka 2 billion no ye de basisi na me de me fa ni nyina enye se me ayamnyono na ye me na emom sika wo hoi no ye mpe bi nya bi what you say enti no $2 billion na Ghana eyi ediko di edwaba every year bia ye betima produce sa na no. Enti just bear in mind say one master what the eken mu na one leverage the eken mu sa sika na ediko to sa na na wa master wo mu no ba won chen. Enti se Ghana ye edi ne ta koto no do a poultry farm. Okay, I want to master in poultry farming. Poultry farmers wo, but wo de wo person wo master wo, because e bi mo no ye wo farmers and ye wo average and ye wo another level and ye wo specialist in there. Choose your level, and there's more room on top of the pyramid. There is more room. Medical to a there's more room. It's a free quote. Use now so far there's more room on top of the pyramid. Charles G. Edijao. Bomodin. Nentrao. So share me post every day biano our Facebook page, our WhatsApp community, YouTube class me post to so until I say so no so na who the ekoso no. Every communication the point of meaning tia medeba. And say the first communication and answer na resonate here. The second communication will make your day or will save your day. Next week, last week, a cassava leveraging farming, and about leverage from leverage to masters in farming. Next week, a idea it will take your farm to another level again. And bear in mind, say it will 2 months to prepare. 2 months to prepare before say you see January. Intimidate me, you know, marathon pan or see echo. Because mistakes here, yeah, you know, this week, this year, no, next year, or see it may reduce some mistakes, you know. It's not true, say, Adrian no any Ghana, Adrian no Ghana, but a matable so. In Tisan say a matable so, no, ye the Sicano, aqua bruchiri, and Yakofa Dianaba. And at the same time, so, Adrian never table so crona, yes, I ye pedifra bruchera banyedi. Asem kese bi ba Frank so nti moma yen share videos no sɛ be asem kese no emba na ye ho benya fa ho de nyame nhira mu nyina sɛ motie SOS na wakeke so no asɛ wo mre na watie wonsɛ wo mre efri sɛ de wo abesua no wodi su na fa so ye mo aba from here to 5 years me dem can say always 5 years because 5 years no eboa ma build everything your system and your system create your asset and asset creating a generation income and your generation income no leave a legacy and a legacy you know leave an impact on your society where you live and when you have a impact on the society now everywhere you go no you work for free what the maya chance you know and they baby what do my be drubiano what did free I can say minsuro dear minimum dear but even ni journey na okọ nyina kwa say at least 10% the day be free amano because obi owo dwuma bia ye na niji so be sponsor and also master what the uyenim master in it become expertise and let your work be shine upon you and your expertise you know a currency yamin shiraw mon share video no ene video no wa wan share from ahyase no wo share bracket obebem kakra enye problem twen nya botre ebeba bio because mistakes bi ba me side na ema ne ba sa video no enye perfect of say the ayaye na yi but eye perfect for how to learn and gain something me the link in to wa person ni edi nkomo e wo kire no obetimi afaso abana na abedi nkomo onyame nhira I don't know, say a jedu and asim surface movie become sana yakwa. Okay.
Some na we ya no. That we can but some na cut to the end of the year and find something and master in. That's all I can say. That's it.
Yeah. I share that. 2 months. I run up and yagro. Yo, the link na to what person here be so jin komo e watch background no. Yeah also. Yami share obi yo. Share me next week video, but next week video no say video ni ho abeti my friend the whole week. Find the video so align with your spirit. Then master in it. So they won't tell you my asante. Guidelines be an rabbit farming. Next year, ubetimi a produce and cook up a rabbit farming be for a table, a bronya and I'm in fancy here. Now, yeah, twice next week, Friday.